probably to their detriment. So I do wonder, do you somehow reel it in a little bit in this game? Final game of Arengel. Well, these guys aren't going to reel it in at all. Icarus loses Y8. It's only AT and J-End left. Tede out towards the open area side from the future, having this little exchange, and at the moment coming off the better team. Only man has been knocked, and Delta Mix will confirm FP and Y8. Tede stuck at the tree, but at least he has the tree for cover. Don't know. Does AT go for this one? I mean, that's surely not going to make the distance,
huge
right? That is.
nade.
Oh, that's a big nade from Trick, though, onto J-End. And yeah, the nade from AT, while it actually did make the distance, it doesn't quite get the connection it really wanted to. Icarus, though, on the verge of maybe going out here in last place, with not a whole lot to show for it.
Oh, Tede's into the smoke now.
Oh!
And nade's landed right on top of him. He's a sliver of HP. This molly, I don't think is going to go far enough, but... Oh, this is a good shout by AT. Unfortunately, he's lost this entire team. And I don't suppose he's going to be lasting too much longer. Delta Mix looks like he wants to get this one wrapped up pretty quick. Smart from the future know what a big rotation they're going to have to make. So they do not want to be sticking around and, you know, wasting time.
Yeah, he's dead here. No, they are just swarming to him. And it's going to be Tede who does get the kill, the final kill of that exchange. All 4 kills go the way from the future. And that little bottom of the battle, Jordan, the bottom 2 going at it. And that does now firmly plant Icarus on that last spot of the standings. And, well, that happens every PCS, that the bottom team or the bottom 2 teams eventually fall away. And that gap starting to build up a little bit. Tycon, though, big kill onto Zizzy. And he confirms it straight away. SGD lose a player. And those teams that I mentioned before around that Gatka Fields area, Jordan, they're all fighting again early. And to the detriment, again, early to SGD. You lose Shen, you lose Jervis. It's only Sophia and Leo. What is happening to this team?
Yeah, it's been a horrible day for SGD, hasn't it? This week, we had such high expectations for them going in. Sophia under the pump. The grenades just keep getting tossed in and can't get that med off in time. Archangel Predator, they are loving it. They're getting a lot of points. A lot of really important points as well, because they're sort of teetering on the precipice of maybe even dropping out of the top 10 at the moment.
Chomburi continue to just bleed players early in these games, and it's usually just Job Jab left alive at the end. Julio pulls up, and Julio falls down and almost get run over. Oh, they've launched it off the cliff, rolling down the stairs, quite literally.
Why?
And it's only Job Jab, and he can't survive. MS Chomburi have gone crashing out of the game.
The other options, though.
Well, yeah, there was the long wrap option. I don't think that would have done much for them. This might be the best option in both finding kills and getting into the zone, but unfortunately they lose Mirage immediately, followed up shortly thereafter by Insight falling. Bryn already at half health. I mean, this is a disaster for Team Bliss. At least one back the other way from Monty onto Smell. Duck Juice pushing out. They know exactly where they all are as well. This should be a 4K for the Expendables. And in an ideal world, they don't lose Smell as well. They should be able to get him brought back up. Monty's not going to flush anyone. Team Bliss is not going to kill anyone. Oh. It is just that easy for the Expendables. That is a disaster for Bliss. You fed a team that you were contending with, Jordan. All 4 points.
Yeah, that is actually very bad. And you can just see the confidence that they're playing with right now. They are pushing their way forward, chucking grenades in the direction of Rain, keeping him under pressure. And Nuren's just... I mean, he just deletes Akita. Like, Akita probably hasn't even seen him on his screen and he's already down. So, how do you beat Day Trade at the moment? They're just too good.
Yeah, they've played this really well. I mean, Pugil's understanding it's only phase 4 blue. It's not going to be the end of the world. Hiding behind that tree, I think it took a lot of attention away as well from the Orangutans. There's a bit of a clean sweep. Well played to them. And they will be the benefactors of those kills. And now they've got 5 of them.
Easy.
They'll be able to clean up and grab all of the utility as well, left over by the Orangutans. And now we've got ourselves a bit of a standstill finish here. Cerberus, not a bad spot, but probably the next circle doesn't help them as much as they would have liked.
You're going to see some more breaches, I think, here
comes
because you can't stay in the forest. You cannot stay in that forest. You'll just get farmed. It's Apac driving all over again.
He's done a cartwheel in a Dacia.
Good parking.
Not bad, actually. He gets front parking position. But this is what I was talking about, right? I think this is something Bliss could have actually done. Long wrap, late rotation, come into this kind of building and breach something like this instead. That was what I was basically alluding to. It may not work out, and at the moment, it's not working out for Buriram either. In fact, they've lost Cheating, and they've got one down as well.
That compound are good.
Just where T5 rocked up, by the way, they've got an absolute crate dropping on their heads. You can actually see it on the minimap. Look at that. Talk about a gift.
I mean,
oh,
that
there it is,
might
though.
be...
Shotgun down onto Nordra. And remember, they only have the 3 players, so it's a 2 versus 2. The flash, perfect, but he can't land the shots. He does clear out Nordra, but he loses his life for it. Does confirm the kill. KM99, where are you to help him? Oh, the S12K! He can't get Canaxi. Edie will survive, Buriram will survive. They get the 2 kills, but they did lose Nordra for it. And Daytrader pushed up, and T5 in the better position, so there's no chance Buriram will get much further in this game.
Icon and Hisaki forward to try to put a bit of pressure onto Daytrade. Here goes Buriram, and by nature, going late means that they're going into a bunch of teams. Poo Chills is going to get that knock onto Canaxi.
Cerberus.
Yeah, this is their time to strike, though, isn't it? If they can take down Daytrade, that's huge. Hisaki and Tycon find one apiece. There's a trade back, but still another member of Cerberus there, and Daytrade out of the picture. So Cerberus can continue to hang on to first place and even increase the lead now.
I think it got to, what, 2 or 3 points was the margin. And yeah, they'll continue to hold top spot. It goes back out to 6 points. 9 kills for both Cerberus and Daytrade, but only one of those 2 teams will carry on alive. And I tell you what, I would have to say Cerberus might just be the best position to go out and win this game from here. And as I've said before, every time they're challenged, Cerberus just go to that next level. They're able to respond. Edie does a decent job to stay alive, get top 4 for Buriram. Handy points in their endeavor in chasing down SGD. Canaxi eventually does fall to Hisaki to make that double-digit kills now for Cerberus and further extending that lead. 7 points now. I think by the end of this game, it might be back out to at least 15, 16 points.
Oh, a little bit of a calm before the storm now. NGE and Buriram do feel like the wild cards, the X factors. Maybe not for Buriram anymore. A couple of nice shots and Patton Pong gets the kill onto Edie. So another point in the back pocket of Theraton 5. NGE, they're on the move. I can't imagine they're going to get too much done, but if they even find a way to maybe get 1 knock in this 4-on-4 exchange, then that is going to really be a big problem for either Cerberus or Theraton 5, whoever would lose a player. Fortunately for Neil T, he is just the meat in the sandwich and not going to last very long. So, good old-fashioned 4-on-4, and what a big one this is.
Have they got as much of the zone control? No. So they're just looking for information. Look at how close. Oh. And there it is. Reseda G, it does spot Hisaki. That great position just doesn't matter anymore. He's dead. He's gone. No revive. Instantly flushed. And at the exact same time, Tycon falls. So Cerberus, for all that control, for all that position, it doesn't matter in the end. It was Theraton 5 that spotted them first, shot them first, and from here should win the game.
Yeah, you'd think so. It's a 2-on-4, and Cerberus, in fact, they're actually going to do what Daytrade did a little bit earlier on, maybe. Decide to give up some points to the zone, to the molly in this case for Himas. They know that those extra points to Theraton 5 could actually, tomorrow, be the difference between a first place and a second, or potentially even worse than that. Theraton 5, though, they will walk away with the win and at least 2 of the kills. So they continue their very, very strong week as well. But as has always been the case, Cerberus, they show up